You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. He was a boy. She was a girl. Can I make it any? Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Avril Lavigne fan over here.
Two lyrics.
You couldn't make it any more obvious.
I started from the beginning.
Mo has no idea what's happening.
What? Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne. Yeah. Skater boy. Spelled with 8.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
No, big fan. Yeah.
Wasn't she married to the guy from Nickelback?
Chad Kroger?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think she was married to him.
So we talked about Nickelback with Matt Booth yesterday. I don't understand how. So the internet hates Nickelback,
Right.
because I mean all their songs are very formulaic. I get it, but they sold. I think they set a record for how many records they sold. A record for records. So they were really popular. What happened to those people that like Nickelback?
Dude, everybody talks about how much they can't stand Romeo and Julietas or whatever and this and that. Those sell the most out of any cigar. I can't stand acids. They sell the most number of cigars.
That's literally the same thing that Matt said on the Herf yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Great analogies.
McDonald's sells more burgers than any, mom and pop gourmet burger place. That's just how it is.
Well, you guys did guilty pleasure songs the other week, right? Like all these people that are hating on it, they got the CDs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
Maybe it's on their playlist, but
I don't know about having the CDs.
What's up, everybody? Cigar Noise Boys. Dom and Tyler here, as always. Joined by Mo Patina and Moo Cow Rich. Bringing the bull.
Yeah, that's right.
1 year,
Gentlemen.
baby. 1 year.
Yeah, this is our anniversary podcast.
So are we doing this based on the date you guys started, or is this 1 year of episodes that actually recorded and you were able to post?
Either.
This is 1 year. I got a thing from Instagram saying, look back at a year, and it was our first post with our logo. Thanks again.
Gotcha.
Shout out to Sean for that logo.
If I remember correctly, Tyler and I were actually in Nicaragua together when he told me that you guys were going to start this in August of last year.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
actually, I think I was your first guest, wasn't I? No, I wasn't. No.
You were you and
like
Rich
top 5.
were. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get you guys. Well, not only do you guys have your own podcast, but you're one of the first guests we've had on. Mo was the first one. First, like somebody like in the cigar industry we had on, right, Dom?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, Mikey, but that one's since been deleted. But Mikey, he's a distributor for
been deleted.
Winter.
Why'd it get deleted?
Oh,
that was good, man.
No, there were some things that I didn't edit out that wouldn't be good if a student of mine found it. So I wasn't thinking when I didn't edit certain parts out. In other words.
No, fair enough.
I don't even remember what that was.
Juicy episode.
I don't remember what was being said, but it was just.
That's for our OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So just our parents.
Yeah. Wait, why would your parents subscribe to you?
Wait, no, that sounds weird. I mean.
Yeah, that sounded really weird, actually.
Patreon.
That'd be awfully weird, Tyler.
Oh,
So I was not thinking. I wanted to read my review for my blind review from for small batch cigars, but I can't unless Rich. Have you smoked it yet? Number 2.
No.
Okay. I went off the rails with this one. I don't know if it was because I was zooming with Booth yesterday, but it's just I kind of let loose. And I told Dave I can rewrite it if he wants me to. And I promised I was sober when I did it. So we'll see.
So you were doing a Zoom call and reviewing a cigar.
What do you mean you went off the rails?
Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about space and then I'm trying not to give anything away. I was talking about space, the planet Pluto, and then a cold cereal character and Star Wars. So it was just, it was different.
Doesn't sound like it matters if I smoked it or not. Could be anything.
That's true. I just don't want to give away the profile that I was.
So is that getting posted
on.
Is that getting posted this Friday?
Yeah.
All right. So check out. Well, I don't even know if this will be up by then, but check out the small batch and see what the hell Don was talking about.
I actually find those blind reviews fascinating, and I think they're some of the most legit, not just the ones you guys do, but any really blind review, like legitimate blind review. I think those really tell the story of how people feel about a cigar without the band on. And of course, that's really hard when you have a cigar that has a distinctive shape to it, right? Like somebody gave you an Andalusian Bull, you're kind of like, I think I know what this is.
That was a problem with Cavalier, but Dave was able to figure out a way for them to send some samples without the gold leaf.
Right. And so, yeah, outside of distinctive whatever, but it's kind of interesting because you guys, like the cigars that you guys all agree on don't really surprise me that much. I mean, you guys have some differing opinions on others, but there are some where all three of you kind of come together, I guess.
Yeah, I look forward to
a better term.
I look forward to reading those every week. And you guys had a couple where you guys had the El Buense, which you guys didn't had burn problems, right, Rich?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it didn't burn right.
Yeah. And then you guys did the Byron, right?
Yeah, that did way worse than I would have guessed too.
Yeah. I mean, I've always Mo bought me a Byron for my birthday last year. It was good, but I told him then I wasn't BSing. I'd rather have his Habano or whatever the hell. I don't think they tell you what that blend is, but
it's Habano.
Yeah, I like your Habano.
They are. I look at Kyle and I have talked about this. We've talked about it on the Sultans. I truly believe that those are some of the only cigars in the market like that in Atabey that deserve the price point that they have, or like I could see myself paying for that, right? I don't know. There's just not many cigars that are worth more than $30, I feel like.
Well, we were talking about bringing in Atabey and Byron in the shop because Davidoff is restructuring their like white label accounts, and we have to every year we'd have to order 20 facings of Camacho, 20 facings of Avo, and then like every facing of Davidoff just to get so we've been a white, we get all the limiteds, but like we get like we got 4 boxes of that new one they came out with, the Perfecto, and so we don't get a ton of it, but it's like we don't have space in the humidor for it, so it's like if you guys build us out a display, maybe but and it's a huge fucking buy-in,
Well, here's my question, and Tyler, I obviously you are very involved in the shop you work at, but why? I guess that's what always gets me. Like if I'm a retailer and there are certain brands that have like you have to buy this, you have to buy this, you have to buy that. Wouldn't you want to look at brands that don't say that really make it easy? Like if a brand makes it easy to sell their cigar, wouldn't you rather train your customer base to enjoy those cigars that are easier for you to sell, even if they take a little bit more effort up front?
Well, yeah, and that's the fun part is when we don't have people coming in asking for Davidoff all the time, so we could easily replace it with something, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the people will buy whatever we suggest, so we could bring in something new, something, maybe something like Cazdagli or something, you know, that to kind of meet that price. But we have Padron, you know, and they make the 80 year, which is $33, and then we have the some of the Fuente stuff gets kind of high, but yeah, I mean 20 things of Avo that's nuts. Like nobody asked for Avo ever, you know.
It'd be unexpected if they did.
Yeah, very. But we sell a lot of Camacho though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People, yeah, they don't. I'm curious to see what happens because this is Wisconsin. You know, it's not like Chicago, downtown Chicago, or New York or whatever, where you got business people coming in all the time looking for expensive cigars like that. So I don't fucking know. We're gonna talk it over. I told my opinion was if they give us a full display to put out and where we can store all the data off. If not, we have no fucking place to put it. So, you know, it's gonna be hard to merchandise 20 facings of Avo.
Yeah, it's interesting, bro. I don't know. It's not an easy time to be a retailer. Definitely not easy.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially like I've been to a couple shops, and if they weren't ordering during March and April, then they have no inventory. I mean, some stuff is coming out a lot, but a lot of stuff's been delayed. You know, all the Crown Head stuff has been delayed. It depends on where, you know, if your stuff's coming from the DR, that stuff was delayed pretty quickly or for a long time. Nicaragua, I think, bounced back pretty quick. Some of them, you know, but like my father has some serious back order problems. I think Tatawahe does too. I mean, that's, you know, they're made at, so I don't know where Dom went, but
thank you.
1 second.
He's back now.
Yeah.
He's pretending to have a conversation with his girlfriend.
Sorry, guys. There's a lady was just thrown out of a car, and this dude, her boyfriend, was chasing her down. I was talking with the cop.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Slow down. Back up.
Yeah,
Let's
let's undress this a little bit here.
Yeah, let's unpack this.
Yeah, unpack it. There you go.
Undress it.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what's they're all talking right now, but I heard a lot of screaming, screeching, and this lady was running from the car, frantic, and dude was kind of coming after her. He said, "We're done. This is it." And then I was out there, and so he got in his car and he drove away. And then, perfect timing. There's a cop. I think she called the 911 first. But he showed up in like 30 seconds. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out, boys.
Were they wearing face masks?
No.
Oh yeah, big no.
So his brilliant idea upon breaking up with this woman in a way that didn't really go well was to chase after her and yell that we're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we don't know what she said to him.
There's a lot of unknowns.
I feel like you can just say it once and go away, though, right? Like that. That's pretty clear.
We don't know that, Kyle.
You ain't got to chase.
We're playing defense attorney today.
And he had
Can you tell him to keep it down? We're doing a podcast here.
Yeah, I mean,
Officer,
can we try to be civil here? That's almost as good as 2 weekends ago. I was smoking a cigar downtown on a bench when gunshots rang out. So yeah, that was interesting.
I have a terrible memory. So the officer asked me what he looked like to describe him, and I had nothing.
You started describing Rich. He was wearing a headset.
I saw, the color of the car.
Yeah, playing Call of Duty.
Had a handicap marker on it. That's all I could give him.
Did they ask you, like, and sir, what were you doing on your porch? Oh, I do the cigar podcast.
Hey, give us a listen. Yeah, should have had a sticker ready.
Yeah, here's our new stickers we got. Oh man.
So sorry, guys. What's been the conversation? I guess I'll hear it when I edit this thing.
Tell your dad not to slam the door. We're doing a professional podcast here.
You want me to tell him not to slam the door?
No, I'm joking. Where the fuck were we? We started talking about. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
All right, let's reset here. Okay.
All right.
Mo.
So yeah.
I'm smoking a Patina, Habano, Corona Gorda.
My man.
Doing a Maduro Double Toro.
Ooh.
He bought those from Lake Country. It was his first box he ever bought.
Right. Yes, sir.
Past halfway through it now.
Man, I appreciate that. I'm smoking a Patina, Connecticut. Robusto. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Sultans podcast. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Everybody's a fucking tough guy. So last night, I was out on the road late. I just wanted to go for a ride, man. Like this quarantine sucks. Just get sick of it. And this car starts following me, and I don't know, man. It just like people are off their shit right now. I don't know how to explain it. Like people are just nuts, like losing it.
It's wild out here, and they're everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. It's nuts.
So did you have to beat somebody up, or did they leave you?
No, I turned my hat around like that.
No, I'm talking to Mo.
Oh, never mind.
The car chasing, the car following around.
Dom's like, listen, I'm an English teacher, and they just turned around and they fucking booked it. No, I didn't do it. No, dude, I wasn't about to. Look, if you're that crazy to chase at or like to drive after a random car that, I mean, all they know, I could have been an off-duty police officer. I could have been anything. I could have been a former Marine packing whatever. If you're that nuts to just chase somebody for no reason, no, you're not worth messing with. Because there's nothing good that's going to come of that.
You ever see the movie The Accountant?
Yeah,
that could have been you, Ben Affleck.
I know. I thought about that. That could have been a different career trajectory, but I'm not quite that tough.
All right. The lady had some friends pick her up, so I'm back in podcast mode.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Rich. I'm sorry,
frazzled.
This is
frazzle dazzle, baby.
I mean, that's nobody's fault, dude. Except that dude, probably, and maybe the woman, but probably the dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
Is this mic stand over the top?
Is that what?
Is it over the top? This fucking stand here?
What stand?
The mic.
Blowing.
Oh, that?
He's been just holding it before this, and now he has an actual stand. Made me look bad.
Well,
No, you look professional and shit.
Yeah.
$28 on Amazon. There you go.
Hey, Rich, have you had Smoke Wagon bourbon?
No.
Okay. They're based out of Las Vegas. I love the look of the bottles, and the guy smokes cigars a lot, the owner. So I was talking with Tyler. I said, we should get this guy on the podcast. But A, I can't find his bourbon anywhere right now. It's all sold out. And B, Tyler doesn't drink, and I don't know much about bourbon, so it'd be kind of a weird guest to have on, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, that's fun in its own way, though, right? Just ask about shit that isn't bourbon.
Exactly.
Have him teach you something.
We don't really talk about cigars, so.
It's not crazy. I mean, I was on a podcast last week where nobody had smoked my cigar before.
What the?
The Sultans of Smoke.
Huh? Yeah. Good job, Cal.
Which podcast was that?
The one with Reinhard, the cigar journal with the people from like Europe and the Middle East and stuff.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
can't
that
get it.
You could have a really good podcast without actually having tried their stuff, where you give them an opportunity just to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you'll know they did well if you want to try it at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know the answer to this. Sorry, Dom. I know the answer to this. The quarantine. Are you guys smoking more or less? Dom's smoking less. But what about you two?
Sorry, go ahead, Mo.
Oh, no, I was going to say, is that your neighbor? Definitely. I mean, if you compare it to obviously being on the road, way less. I mean, when you're traveling, you're smoking 6 cigars a day. You know, there are days where I go without smoking a cigar now. So a lot less, I guess.
Yeah, mine's about the same. It's not really up or down in any major way, right? It's still got the family stuff going on, so I can't be sitting around smoking all day every day.
Makes sense. Any good dad jokes you heard recently?
I mean, lots of them, but they'll come up organically. You can't just ask for a dad joke. That's not how dad jokes work.
That's fair. Hey, so what are your guys' thoughts on cigar brand slogans? So,
Like, what's an example? Like boutique as fuck?
No. Like Warped has Be Exclusively Different. United is Live United, Smoke United.
Buy United.
Cavalier is Smoke Gold, Stay Gold, I think. I don't know if I'm going to fix that up.
Stay Golden, Pony Boy.
What are other ones?
Go Crux Yourself.
Yes. That's good.
That's the old one. New one is Find Your Crux.
Isn't Davidoff like Time Beautifully Filled?
I've never heard of that. I don't really smoke Davidoffs.
Mo, what's yours?
I mean, I don't really use it, but it was Beauty and Age.
Ooh.
But
I've never heard that before.
Really, that was, I don't really use that as a focal point. Then again, I'm not some sort of master marketer either, so there's that.
Master something, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a master tobacconist.
That's right. Are you one of them cigar sommeliers?
Ooh. No. I didn't even take the tobacco university fucking club they have.
You didn't do the retailer certification?
You know, I did that in the streets of Esteli with Mo. That's how I got. That's how I learned.
Cut your teeth on the streets in Nicaragua.
Riding your motorcycle and sleeping on the street.
Casa de Cura.
I would do anything to be down there right now. Like, I can't believe how much I took for granted.
Oh, man.
Being able to, like, just go down there and stuff. Have you guys find yourselves, like, and we talked about this a little bit on the Sultans, but what would you guys say is, like, the thing you took for granted that you're like, yeah, once we get over this COVID stuff, like, I'm never taking X for granted again?
Shit. You know, this is okay. I've been struggling with this because for me, shit hasn't changed much. I'm still working. I guess I'll never take overtime for granted again. You know, like that's been long gone. You know, I'll never take my job at Southwest for granted because, you know, this is dicey times to work at a fucking airline. You know, and I've always stayed positive. Like even if there's like you have a bad day or whatever, but you know, I'll never take that job for granted. I never really did, but even more so, like, that's about it. Because I've been working and smoking and, you know, everything's the same. It's just the uncertainty of my future, I guess, is the only thing I kind of took for granted. I just always figured that my job would be around till I retired, you know.
I'll say teaching to a full class. It bugged me because, you know, you have students talking, making jokes, not listening. But in summer school, I had 4 students, and it was just dead silent. And there's no, if I make a reference or a joke, there's a good chance that none of them know what I'm talking about. So I missed that. The whole.
Did you get paid the same for that though?
It's a little bit different. It's hourly, I believe, during summer school. And so it's the same rates, I guess, but just in addition, because I have my paycheck spread across the full year in case I wanted to take summer off, which I initially did, but so it's just added on to that, which is nice.
You're like one of the few people that wants to do more work for the same money.
We'll see what happens this week because we have our in-service on Tuesday, and they haven't said anything money-wise about this upcoming school year. So we'll see. As long as I can pay rent.
You know, it's unfortunate. The people that are being hurt by all of this the most are the people that really can't afford to be hurt by it. It's tough.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish I had a job where I could just sit at home or work from home, but I don't know. I think that's the. Yeah.
I'll throw the gym in there.
Yeah.
I don't work out super crazy. I mean, I'd go like for 20 minutes in the morning when the gym opened at 5, just so I'd have enough time to shower and commute to school. But I lost all my muscle mass, and it's just, I don't know, it sucks. Miss it.
There wasn't much there anyways.
Yeah, the gym's a big one. I think, and I've talked about this too before, it's not even about the physical as much as it is the mental. You know, like that was a really good mental health exercise. It was more about mental health, really, for me. And I've debated about whether I'm going to take that plunge and go back to the gym, which I have not yet, even though the gyms have been open for about a month here. So I reached out to one of my buddies who's a doctor and asked him like what the best ways to approach that are, and he gave me his opinion. So I'm heavily considering going back myself, Dom, but it's dicey, man. I'm not sold on the idea of going back just yet.
Well, Dave, he's in what country is he in right now? Does anybody know?
Middle East.
Okay, somewhere over there. Anyway, he was talking about how he was with, I think, a buddy at a gym, and they had to wear masks, which I think is terrible if you're working out. But the guy didn't have a spotter, and he needed help. He was, I think, benching. So Dave runs over there to help him out, and one of the workers said, no, 6 feet, 6 feet.
Oh, my God.
And Dave was just like, what on earth? Are you kidding me? You're just let this guy die?
The bar is on his neck, cracking his esophagus.
Yeah. All ego needs to go out the window if you're going to be returning to the gym during COVID.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to be at square one, so that'll be nice. No bros staring people down.
Big New Year's Day.
There have been people that have been back probably for at least 6 weeks now here. Because I think they opened things back up the beginning of July. Most gyms did. So,
in Santa Clara County, they have this the graph of all the cases, and you click on to look at the deaths in the area. And in the last month or half month, they have it blocked off in red, and it says incorrect data or reporting. But it had gone down right when they said it was bad data. So it's really curious. Well, I don't know how you can have bad data if it's an error with their reporting system, if it's online, or if the tests just weren't up to standard. I don't know. Suspicious.
So just a minute ago, Tyler threw in a little jab at Dom, and that made me wonder. Because this has been a constant for 1 year. I'm curious on a reflection for 1 year of the CigarNoise boys. Tyler and Dom, here's the topic for you guys. What are some things you like that the other person brings to the podcast, and what are some of your pet peeves about what the other person brings to the podcast?
I like that Tyler brings great guests like you guys. That's his job, bringing the guests on. That's it.
Let's do positives. I think Dom does a good job with
sorry, I have to mute myself because I'm laughing too much.
Dom does a good job of preparing with questions, and Dom annoys me because I feel like he puts a lot of pressure on me.
I asked you to come up with one word from Urban Dictionary. They have words of the day. You just have to open it up, and then you're prepared.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
All right. I feel like he's really bossy, and I'm the older one. You know, I'm like 5 years older than him. So I feel like he should show a little respect. And I just wish he'd smoke some cigars so we could talk about something other than random books Animorph books he read. And he's always got to correct me. I said, what did I say? Oh, at least you're I said something. He was talking about smoking a cigar, and I used the wrong "they are," and he has to correct me every time I make a.
Well, yeah. Well, that wasn't in speech. That was through text.
Well, this stayed positive.
I did my one positive.
You guys just let Mukau completely instigate you guys into.
Mukau has been poking this slightly a little bit, talking about do we actually like each other?
I listen to the podcast every week, and it's a question I have in the back of my mind every week.
I felt like, okay, in the last month, he's fallen off the face of the earth. He's hard to get a hold of. But I'm busy teaching. I'm like, dude, it's fucking summer. You're teaching 4 kids. Make some time.
I'm teaching all the subjects to 4 kids. And now I have to learn.
Distant.
I have to learn a completely new subject area for 6th through 8th grade for this next year and teach it in addition to all my literature and spelling.
And then
that's a pretty good excuse, honestly. I taught middle school before. Dom's right.
Anyways,
thank you, Rich.
It's the same curriculum every year. And secondly,
that I don't know. I have to learn it. I hate grammar. I correct your there, yes, but I don't understand grammar.
Secondly, I have something of his that I need to send him. And he had his last box of Fratello stolen from him. I blame him for ordering those. But secondly, it was stolen from his apartment. So I offered to send him a package to his parents' house. And he says, I'm not going up there until
Christmas.
Yeah. Well, where is he now? At his fucking parents' house.
Okay, I'm here for a few days.
Yeah,
So wait till I'll move. I'll move on Saturday, which is gonna suck because I'm moving apartments and then I have to teach school the next day or two. But once I figure out the address where I'm moving, then send it there next week. It'll be fine. We'll get it.
Okay, Dom, I feel like there should be some more positives toward me. You've only said one, and we'll just
it was a one for one. Hey, when I make up pros and cons lists in my head, I've done this since college. I would always just keep it even. I'd always have to come up with enough pros or cons so that I couldn't choose.
Well, I was told that if you're like with parenting and coaching and with work stuff is 3 positives for every negative. So
that's
I could use it.
So let's hear like 23 positives, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, because you're gonna have to give Dom about. I really feel like this is couples therapy right now.
Well, I figured he's out in California. He's educated, that he would know how to do stuff with computers, and I was totally just.
So if you live in Texas, you're a cowboy. No.
Well, I lived in Wisconsin, and I was morbidly obese, so I fit that stereotype.
You live in Wisconsin. Well. Do you eat cheese every day?
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much.
I don't do beer, though.
That would have been a better one, I guess.
Yeah, Mukau does my...
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, boys, cheers to year 2.
Yeah, year 2.
Yeah, cheers to year 2.
I'm surprised we made it this far. Especially all the...
And you wouldn't know if we improved because you never listened to the show.
No, because, I told you why. I don't listen to it.
Rich and Mo, do you guys listen to your own podcast?
Yeah, I do.
Most weeks, not every week. I used to do it kind of religiously, and now I know we're not changing anything based off what I hear, so it doesn't matter.
I would say you guys are the only podcast that I make sure to listen to every week.
Thanks, man. I think that we actually, and I think it's confirmed, but our guest for tomorrow will probably be our biggest guest we've ever had. Kyle, is it confirmed?
Drew says so.
Yeah.
He's running it.
And it's a guest that we've had on before, you know.
Yeah, no biggie.
That was just one of our 40.
Yeah, no. Hey, you'll get there one year. Well,
Kyle, did you guys?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it was kind of
he joined randomly with other people.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. No, it wasn't random.
It was random.
It was a little bit. There was. Okay, you need to sit down or go away. So choose.
Podcast. He's talking to his cat, not Rich.
Yeah.
No, Mo.
Not definitely not Mo. I'm afraid of Mo.
Okay.
Mo, I will say that on my memory wall here, you're in here the most.
I appreciate that.
And then Skip.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, you know.
Anyways,
All right, that actually leads me to another question that I had for you guys. Sorry, I'm just derailing the shit out of your show right now.
hey.
All right, so which is the better obsession? Tyler's obsession with certain cigar manufacturers or Dom's obsession with certain cigar influencers?
That's not a thing anymore.
What do you mean it's
That's
not a thing anymore?
Whoa,
No.
Go to our Discover page.
I don't. No, Mo. You've talked about this. Yeah. What on earth? No, Mo. Your search page is full of what do you call them? Crowhos and whatnot. It's just you can't control that.
It's been really bad lately. Like, it's been really bad.
I think it's because I think you were talking about the people you follow and it's who they follow.
The people that follow you, or you follow or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably because we still follow the.
There's definitely one guy that I follow that I'm positive most of it comes as a result of him, who's going to remain nameless. But I think Kyle knows what I'm talking about. Unfucking believable.
I'm pretty sure, but I won't say the name.
Yeah, but the look, here's my question.
He's a good guy.
And you guys could take a minute to think about Kyle's question because I think Dom got really uncomfortable there. But here's the question that I have. Did you guys ever see, this is male and female, but these people that like take these pictures with the cigars and stuff like that, did you ever like wonder like how they go up to somebody and say, hey, can you take this shot of me right now? And like what the fuck is the camera person
in the wild.
thinking? Yeah, like who would sit there and follow this person around and just take fucking pictures of that? It just boggles my mind. Like, hold on. Oh, wait, that's not the right pose. Let me get it exactly like this. And then when they look off into the distance, like, who the fuck are you looking at? You know, I don't know, man. This shit just kills me.
Yeah, that's people take themselves way too. That's a cigar, man. In the cigar thing, people take themselves way too serious.
I had a Facebook memory a few weeks ago, and I had taken a picture, shirtless, cowboy hat, cigar in my mouth, holding a chicken. And I was sweaty. It was good.
Oh my god! Is that when you were a chubby model?
Facebook memories. Yeah, same time. Chubby's model, not chubby model. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't a Chubby's model.
You were a BBM.
No, I was a college rep, a brand ambassador, not a model.
Okay, what
does that involve?
Yeah, let's
talk more.
I was just.
Let's undress this. Unpack it.
Unpack it.
Unpack it.
Just living the brand, taking cool photos, sending it in.
What's Chubby's?
Chubby shorts. It's the shorts I'm wearing now. Just it's like a throwback to the 80s when all your macho men, your Schwarzeneggers, Stallones, they all wore short shorts. And like in the early 2000s, the big thing was cargo shorts. So it's kind of against that, trying to bring back short shorts. But they're not short shorts. They're just shorts. You don't need to say short shorts. It's in the name. It's very apt.
They're not called longs.
Exactly.
What did you get paid? Or what did they give you in?
They would just send me, depending on how I did. And I was one of the top reps, even though I went to a school that wasn't like a big college Greek life school.
So you got shorted?
That joke.
They would send me like koozies and a giant flag, things of that nature, a cooler, a little thing that spins. You attach it to your beer can, and it spins it, and you're supposed to put it on ice water, and it's like fully chilled in 2 minutes because of science. I don't know. That's some cool things.
Did you put that on your resume when you were becoming a teacher?
Dude, I had the weirdest resume. So yeah, Chubby's brand ambassador, men's shorts. Works at a nightclub. It's a cocktail server. I worked at as a cashier in a liquor and deli store. I did maintenance at a nursing home and college. And now I'm a teacher.
See why the Instagram model thing is your bag. And Rich, to answer your question, say, man, I don't know, but that's the cool thing about cigars is getting to know the people who make the cigars you like, you know. So, you know, if I wouldn't have stumbled down to Chicago where Mo was working, I wouldn't have met him, or well, he probably would have popped in with Todd someday and, you know, to open an account. But that's the fun part. You smoke the cigars, you like the cigars, and you meet the people, and then they turn out to be cool people. Like Matt, the owner of Lake Country, always makes fun of me because he'll like something new will come in, like the H. Upman banker called the Herman or whatever. He's like, oh, but you wouldn't like it because it's not part of your core four. Because I have there's 4 brands I smoke a lot: Patina, Roma Craft, Foundation, and Tatuaje. Like those are my. But then I smoke. Oh shit! God damn it!
You all right, Kyle? Are you all right, Tyler?
What's going on?
I unplugged myself. Anyways, I'm sorry. I need a cough mic. Yeah. So I don't know. Forgot
Mo, how does Drew get a soundboard on the podcast?
Ooh, I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
All right.
No idea. Drew's always been the. Actually, Drew was the driving force behind Sultans of Smoke. Really, that was really his idea. I was like, yeah, I don't think anybody really would want to listen to us, and I was right. But it was, but the thing is it gives us a great outlet every week, especially now. So I'm glad we did it.
That's cool.
I'm starting to miss the Zoom herfs 3 times a week. That was really fun for a while, and everyone would be on.
Yeah,
that's kind of starting to go away, I guess, as lounges open again. But
they'll be back.
Yep.
You can bet on that, pal. They'll be back, especially when the winter comes.
Some of those tat ones were pretty fun.
What tat Zooms? Like the Saints and Sinners one when there was 500 people on and everyone was talking.
Oh my god, this is what I hate about him because he's got a fucking short-term memory. We were on at least 2. You remember that one we randomly hopped on the one time?
No.
Yeah, you. Oh my god.
I do have a bad memory.
Yeah, well, you were on with them one night, and then the fucking next night we were on, and they did.
With Napa Cigar. Napa Cigars hosted them.
And then I invited you the next day over, the next night, and you hopped on too.
Okay.
This was a long time ago. This was in April, because I was still living at my apartment.
Yeah, it was
so what made it so fun?
Tyler, he's asking you.
Either one of you guys. Why was it great?
Well, it's a different level of interaction. I was hoping with Dom it would be the same way, but it hasn't been because he doesn't smoke cigars. So it's not what I'm trying. It's at the shop. It's even at the shop. There's not many people to nerd out with about, and that kind of thing. You can nerd out with other guys, talk about whatever about cigar. Wisconsin doesn't really have that terrific cigar fucking, but then again everything's closed anyway, so it doesn't. But I guess talking to somebody who's in it as much as you are,
mm-hmm.
Who sort of nerds out with you, is that kind of what you're going for?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of nerding out at somebody.
Yeah, because it wouldn't.
I'm giving you the opportunity to be a teacher, to show me the leaves and tell me, this. If you like this leaf, you'll like this cigar.
Well, that's not what I'm good at. I'm just good at memorizing shit.
I wrote.
So, that's a really good question, Kyle. And they have really slowed down a lot. But, so Tyler, you like it because you felt that the people that were on these Zooms were kind of like cigar nerds where you could nerd out about cigars and whatever.
Yeah.
Dom, I'm guessing you missed it more for the social aspect or what?
Yeah, because
what?
Yeah, it's like a lounge. But I mean, when I go to my lounges around me, usually I am working, which sucks. I bring my computer and I'm lesson planning or something. But yeah, you're hanging out, which is why. So with Small Batch, they have the After Dark, which I think is what I really like. So it's not like an interview where you have so-and-so brand owner coming in and you have like a small event. It's more fun after when everyone's just hanging out, talking about whatever.
Now, Mo, you have one of these coming up, don't you? I thought I read that on the Facebooks.
Yeah, I think small batch on the 15th or 16th. I'm not sure which day.
This coming weekend, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. The small batch crew is awesome, man. I mean, it's hard to like, match that. They're pretty cool people that are on there.
I didn't know that there was another round of precipitations coming out, Mo. Like, we got our order and we got a box of each of them. I didn't know that was I thought they were gone, or is this a new batch, or is this still that first batch?
No, it's a new batch.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they were sold out. Yeah, I would have ordered more of them.
Yeah,
I just told
they were sold out. Those sold pretty quickly, but I think that size is, especially like now the weather's changing, or it will change in a couple months. They'll catch on even more.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like cigar smokers, and I don't know, Tyler, you could answer this too, but I feel like people are more gravitating towards smaller cigars recently, like not necessarily the 6x60s anymore, or whatever. But I don't know if that's just a guess or just maybe what I'm seeing. I don't know.
I believe Cigar Aficionado just said recently that Toro is now the most popular in America, whereas Robusto had been. But I think definitely with people who are cigar smokers. Wait, what do you say? You're either a person who smokes cigars or a cigar smoker? What's the line?
I just say I just have always thought that there are people that smoke cigars, and then there are people that are actually cigar smokers, and I think there's a difference there.
Yeah, I think cigar smokers in general do prefer kind of a smaller ring gauge, smaller cigar.
I've noticed in the shop, it's people are going more mild, and then people are going smaller.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen. Yep.
And I know, like, sometimes, like, the shop will kind of, it's going to sound weird, but they'll kind of take on the personality of some of the people working. And I don't know if I'm recommending a lot of Connecticut's now, because I've been smoking a shit ton of Connecticut's. Like, for me, it was starting off, it was, mild, and then I went like 4 years, give me the strongest shit you got, and then I think what kind of started it was, Mo, you're Connecticut. Like when I first started smoking your stuff, I really liked the Habano. This is the first Habano I've smoked from you in a long time, because I've been killing those Churchills. That's the one, and that's the one I sell the most of at our shop, because I just tell people that's my favorite. That's my favorite Connecticut, and I love it in the Churchill. And I usually don't like cigars that big, but something about that Churchill, man. I don't know what the difference is, or if there is a difference, but it stays cool all the way through, and I really like it.
So it's fun. It's interesting you say that, and I think in addition to that, if people are smoking more cigars a day or a week, you're going to see them gravitate towards more mild stuff. Because I think one of the biggest reasons a lot of people smoke a lot of heavier stuff is because they don't necessarily smoke every day, or they only smoke a couple times a week. So you're looking a lot of times for something bold. But a lot of people that smoke on a regular basis, or daily, or multiple times a day, you'll notice they don't really smoke a ton of bold stuff. Has been what I found, but I could be wrong.
During this, I feel bad because I'm kind of focusing a little bit on Mo here, but with the Maduro, have you opened any new accounts? I've seen a few different shops you've opened online. Has that helped a lot, having the, because like we carry every size, so now you have a whole shelf, which is, I think at any time you can get more facings like that, I think helps. I don't know. I mean, have people been more welcoming with a smaller brand, or?
How do I put this? Not really, to be honest. The consumer is still king, right? And so I've started to really make inroads with consumers, but B&Ms are still really hesitant, a lot of them, to do a smaller brand. But, you know, I could go on and on about this. None of it really particularly will help me, so I'm just going to shut up. But, yeah, man, I mean, the people that have taken a chance on the brand, they've been rewarded throughout COVID because they've sold a lot of patina. So that for me that makes me very happy and very proud that the people that took a chance on a small brand like patina were rewarded by selling patina. And the vast majority of my business continues to be reordered from existing customers. So if more people take a chance and they actually like try to sell the brand, I think they'll realize that they have something that they could put on their shelf for a long time that appeals to a lot of different people. But without being on the road and being able to really express my story or talk to people or see people, it makes it even harder to get new accounts to open. You know,
it's weird. Like, now is the time, like if you're a small B&M, you know, and you were closed, okay, those guys were still getting their cigars. So they were getting their cigars from, you go on any of these big websites, they'll say, you know, crazy busy, your order might be delayed. So if you don't have a way to sell yourself, like offer something different that an online site can offer, like different brands or knowledge of the brands, or, you know, stuff like, it's like you're fucked, because you can, like, if you're just a shop that's going to carry just and, you know, our shop does a good job of, we carry the big brands, we carry the medium, we carry the small. But if you're a shop that only carries Rock, Patel, General, when you know damn well you can go on Cigar International right now and find a box of CAO Brazilias for $40, you come to our shop, a box of CAO Brasilia is gonna be like 120, 130. Like, there's no. So you have to offer something. Either it's a bigger selection or a selection you can only find, not every, you know, not easily online, or you have to offer a knowledge where you have to. That's what I like, because I can go in there. You ask me for something mild, a nice Connecticut. We have patina. We have a bunch of other really good Connecticut's, but we also have the Monty Whites. You know.
Sure.
And I'm not going to try to talk you out of them. I'm just going to say, hey, you should try this one time, you know, make it work in their rotation, you know. So I think some of these shops are going to suffer, you know, because these guys, some of them won't ever come back. And
Tyler, sorry, go ahead, bud.
No, I've just been seeing a lot of customers driving out to Lake Country, because we have really good prices, because we were able to order a lot, you know, and we're able to give a little bit of break on the price, you know. It's some of these shops add, after the Keystone and do all this other shit, it's, you know, they're adding another $2 on top of the MSRP, you know. It's like,
well, listen, you guys, and you know, and I don't like to say you're an employee, because you take ownership of your role at Lake Country, and you take it as if, like, you treat the place as if you own it. Like, people that take ownership of their shop that they work at that aren't necessarily the owner are like finding a winning lottery ticket. That's very, very, very rare. Okay. And so that service that you provide is why you guys have been able to weather this pandemic the way you have, whereas a lot of B&Ms have not. I mean, you guys haven't just survived, you've thrived. And there's a big difference, right?
Yeah.
And so we talk about this all the time, and I think we actually talked about it on the last podcast, but if you're not giving these guys, so like, let's say, XYZ dude orders. He's been ordering online because his B&M's been closed, right? He finds a brand that he really likes. Well, his B&M doesn't carry it. He asks them, hey, man, can you bring this in? I'll buy it if you bring it in. Oh, no, we're not going to bring that in. Guess what? Now he's going to continue buying that cigar online, and he's probably going to buy the cigars he was buying from you online too, because it's just easier to get them all at the same time, right? So it's just that, man, it's an interesting thing, and I really feel like if you are not being agile in the way you run your business as a retailer right now, you might get left behind.
Yeah, I would say though, when the Patina Maduro first came out, I shipped a box to California. I shipped a box to Arizona. I've shipped I've shipped like 4 or 5 boxes of Patina to Arizona. I've shipped box of Patina out to Oregon, a box out to Georgia.
I don't know if that was intentional or not. So
what was?
That's how we say it here, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you say it? Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the correct way.
Oh, Oregon. Sent a box out to Oregon. Because people were stoked about it.
There's a city in Wisconsin called Oregon, said that way. So we all fuck it up.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I always say cinema is cinema.
What?
That's way more wrong.
It sounds like anima almost.
Yeah, borderline fucked up.
Let's go to Regal Cinemas.
There ain't nobody going to any cinemas right now.
Nope.
I miss that. I take that for granted. Going to a fucking movie and getting new movie releases like
Tenet by Christopher Nolan. I wanted to watch that.
Black Widow?
What? No. Oh my goodness.
What? Oh man. Have you seen Little Women? That's a good movie.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
You're right though, Tyler. I think in my opinion, I've traveled a decent amount to some different B&Ms, and I've seen enough of what's going on that I would safely say that probably about half of the shops in America that sell cigars are garbage. And I feel like the rest of you guys are about to eat their lunch, in my opinion.
Dude, Skip even fucking says that shit. Like on Facebook, he's like, or any podcast, he's like, yeah, half the retailers are garbage. Like he just straight out fucking says that. I'm like,
I mean, I have to change my opinion now. But all I'm saying is there's a lot of bad ones and a lot that won't keep up at all. They'll say, oh, it'd be really fun to have my own little shop and sell some cigars, and then they run out of trash, right? Which is, I guess, fine if you just want to have a place to hang out. That's cool. But then you have somebody else, an hour away in certain circumstances here, who does it right, and you know where the money's going. It's not going to you.
I went to one of the lounges nearest me right before I came here. I needed some butane and Boveda bags, but the guy working there, he was new to me. I haven't seen him before, and he asked me, "Oh, like what brands do you smoke?" And I listed like 4 or so, pretty much the same thing Tyler said. And he said, "Oh, so you like lighter smokes?" I said, "Well, I mean." That's my mood, because I listed Romacraft and Tatuaje in that 4 or 5 brands, and he says, "Oh, well, let me show you a cigar." And then he walks me over to the Foundation area, and he shows me the Charter Oak, Connecticut. He says, "This is probably one of the best light smokes you can buy." I said, "Okay, yeah, I've had it before." And he says, "Oh, I'm over here, so might as well tell you this other cigar is also very good." And he shows me the Highclere Castle. So he takes like the cheapest, most affordable, I guess is a better way of saying it, cigar by Foundation. And it's a great smoke for the price point. And then he jumps all the way to the highest. And I just thought that was very interesting.
He had no strategy. He was just like, what's next? Oh, that one.
Yeah.
It was odd.
I love walking into a shop and acting like I know nothing.
Oh, it's the best.
I went to one shop in Chicago and they showed me Patina and they're like, yeah, these are all Nicaraguan Puros. I'm like, that's a Connecticut, I think, isn't it? That's Habano. I'm pretty sure it's growing in Ecuador, but Nicaraguan Puro, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Tyler, weren't you the one that said Puro just means no? It's Nick Malillo says Puro just means cigar.
Yeah, but
it depends on the context, but yeah.
Yeah, the context he was saying. Yeah, Nick was giving me a hard time about that. I'm like, I'm just asking. I'm trying to learn. Jeez, I don't know.
I mean, that's like if you see a bat flying around, and I'm like, no, man, bat is what you hit a baseball with, right? Like,
yeah, Dom.
I mean, technically true, but wildly unnecessary to say.
Yeah.
You have any funny stories walking into a shop and acting like you know nothing?
Oh yeah, I did it in. We visited a shop in the Dallas area, and I did that. And then after a while, the guy was like, "Wait a minute, why are you asking me about XYZ cigars?" And he goes, "How do you even know if you don't really know anything about cigars? How do you know about this brand?" You know, and it was about, I think it was about Tatuaje actually. I think it was about one of the TAAs that came out at that time. And anyway, yeah, it's always fun to do that, just to see how much bullshit you hear. And since most people don't know who the fuck I am, it's perfect. It actually works. So, you know.
That's great.
I didn't like it. So I know nothing about cigars compared to Tyler and probably both of you as well. But I just felt like I want to be like, hey, dude, I know what I like. I can help myself. But he was friendly. He was, doing his job.
There's nothing worse than a cigar shop employee that clearly, like, not just like condescendingly, but like clearly knows less than you do. Like, they know almost nothing, and you can tell off the bat, right? It's not hard to figure out. And that person walks in behind you in the humidor and tries to help you, and like recommends just wild shit. You're like, right. Come on, man. Like,
or I love when they assume,
horrible.
Or when they assume that I'm younger, that I don't know anything either.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I mean, that's, it's pretty good for, like, let's say for that factory. I'm like, well, that factory actually makes this, and that. And I've been to that factory, and I think they do a pretty good job. Like, I think that helps me sell stuff. Cause like, I'm talking about Patina, and I'm like, dude, I've been to their factory. Like, I go through the whole fucking story. Like, I kind of judge how much, okay, this person, do they want to hear a 5-minute spiel, or do they just want to say, show me a good Connecticut, bam, But that's the fun part. And then sometimes I know that I have like a timer in my head where I'm like, okay, I'm boring him, or, You do
not have a timer in your head. You'll go on a ramble and you'll just talk and talk and talk.
That's different on here because you have nothing to offer. Okay. Well, I have to do that here.
Tyler's plan is to point at a cigar and then talk to them until they realize that the only way out is to pick that cigar up and go to the register with it.
But here's Go ahead.
Is this weird when you like and you'll have it in your hand and then you're kind of talking about it and then you're kind of done and you're like, he's like, okay, take it out of my hand now. And so it's like, so did you want this?
The best is like. Go ahead, sorry.
No. I'm going way off, so go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mo.
No, I was gonna say, like, I think there were times when I worked retail that I would hype certain cigars so much that people purposely didn't fucking buy them anymore because they were just like, okay, he loves them so much that I'm not going to smoke that. Like, I think that was legitimately happened before.
It happens at the shop here. They won't smoke Roma Craft if I'm there. They'll smoke when I'm not there.
That's
or they'll take the band off right away. Like, they'll buy Whiskey Rebellions and just take the bands off so I don't know that they're smoking it.
Can they take somebody else? The band off?
Yeah, those ones are easier than the Chromags, yeah.
Hey, jumping back like 10 conversations with what you took for granted and you're not going to take for granted anymore. Dude, bathrooms.
Oh,
like McDonald's. Like, I was driving to work and I needed to have a bathroom emergency. Yoba Goya, if you watch the league. And no place has bathrooms open to the public anymore. Like, what are you supposed to do? I used to carry toilet paper in my car for emergencies. But I took it out because toilet paper was super hard to come by for a month. And so I'm in the car yelling, praying, and I thankfully made it to campus on time. Oh, but then they have to go through the process where they have to take my temperature, ask me questions. Oh, I was sweating. It was close.
Wait, was this a number 1 or number 2?
It was a number 2, man.
Oh,
it was just.
That's a shitty situation.
Yeah. I have a McDonald's bathroom that I think on my commute just because last year it saved my life.
You don't want to shit your chubbies.
I can't wear shorts to school.
That would suck.
Man.
Especially not short shorts.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I need a haircut. I miss haircuts. These sideburns are getting out of whatever these wing flaps.
I've taken the plunge on haircuts. I've gotten 2 since COVID.
A COVID cut?
Yeah. I was nervous, but look, there's something to be said though, man, for maintaining some sort of mental health too. You can't just completely not take care of yourself. It's fun. I mean, there has to be a line drawn. And so, yeah, I think, Tyler, if you go to a place that observes, wearing a mask and, the guy's wearing a mask or the girl or whatever, and, you're wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, but other people are wearing masks, I mean, you should be fine, I would think.
Just bust out the clippers. Do it
you
yourself.
can do that too.
That was my COVID cut.
Not after Matt told me I looked like a... Yeah. Several people said I looked like rapers or single white female or whatever the fuck that movie was.
They're harsh, man. That's
dude. And the thing is,
I'm with you at the mental health of hair salons though. It's like it's I think more relaxing than a massage. Just having your hair cut, having people touch your hair.
Mine was getting so out of control that, like, literally, but when I actually went back to my barber, he was just like, he's like, dude, I didn't realize your hair can grow like this, because it just became all like curly, and it's just, yeah, man. I mean, I think there really is a fine line that you have to kind of say, okay, as long as I'm safe about X, Y, Z, like, I really need this for my mental health. And I think that's actually something I think that people take for granted in general, is mental health and well-being. And that's one of the reasons really that makes cigars so beautiful, is because I feel like it helps people with that so much, and we don't even realize it, even like the Zoom sessions that you were talking about. Can you imagine being cooped up, no social interaction? These Zoom sessions were amazing for people, a great outlet, and still get to, interact and talk about cigars and talk about different stuff. And so
hour or two to just chill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I miss that dinner we had last year at you did an event at Lake Country, and then we went out for dinner afterwards, like little shit like that.
Yeah. I would say I miss being on the road. I do. I miss certain aspects of it, like stuff like that. But man, it's been a big adjustment. Just staying at home all the time. It's tough.
I'm glad I got this smoke room in my house now.
It's a big deal.
Smoke 24/7.
Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah,
dude. So I really wanted to visit Tyler this summer, and it didn't happen. But I realized even if I visit him, if I'm just quarantined at Tyler's house, I probably wouldn't get to see Rich or Brad or Tron or anybody else in the area, and I think that would take a lot of fun out of it. Sorry, Tyler. I would love to hang out with you again, but other people too.
No, you don't.
Not just us two in the same room,
Yeah, I get that. Dude, I haven't been to my local B&M since I think early March.
Have you talked to them? How are they doing?
They were. I mean, it was tough, man, for a while. But they're doing a lot better now. But yeah, man, this is just, it sucks. And that's assuming you're actually taking it seriously. There's a lot of people that are not. So there's that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wish they would have started that mandatory mask thing earlier. I got no problem. I'll go to a grocery store with my mask on and my earbuds in, and not talk to fucking anybody and stay 6 feet apart.
It's better.
Well, see, that's
it's
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
that's fine. It's when I have to teach and I'm talking all day with a mask.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why we're not doing face shields because I think that would be a lot easier to teach with.
Yeah, I see that.
But I also like my chicken mask, so I'll stick with that.
Do you
Like
wash
that
that
cock by
thing?
your mouth?
Yeah, wash it. Hey, do you guys shower less now that we're all locked, shelter in place?
No.
No.
No,
I
never
have
mind.
to wake up every morning and put my pants on.
I still live with like my family. Otherwise, maybe I just let it go and become a wild person.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out why I got a brand new MacBook Pro and my camera looks like shit. Rich has like vivid HD, like I can see every hair follicle on his beard or his outline of a beard.
What?
Like 2 days since
5 o'clock shadow, like.
Yeah.
But my fucking, like Dom said, looks like it's a potatoes recording this or something.
It does.
Brand new fucking MacBook.
It could be the backlight that you have.
Yeah, could be that.
It's not though. That's grainy, even without the light.
True.
Oh, that's way worse.
Yeah, that's worse.
I need
Tyler's
to get a
flashing
new
us.
phone. When is the last time you guys got a new phone? And do you buy a new phone? Do you get something used?
Brand new.
Who gets used stuff?
Yeah,
My
that
computer
has
right now
COVID
is
written
used.
all over it. Oh man. You know, right?
I think the last time I got a phone was 2019.
Yeah, me too. I got the new iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone 10.
Yeah, within the last year, I got the iPhone 11.
Yeah.
need to
Before
upgrade.
that, though, it was like 2015, 17, something like that.
Yeah, make it last 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I had a different set of circumstances that caused me to get a different phone, but we won't get into that.
My screen on my phone underneath the cover, so it's actually the screen, but it's been cracked since Vegas IPCPR 2 years ago. That's the first time it happened. I'm not sure if it was the temperature, humidity there, the dryness, but I went and used the bathroom. I came back and it was cracked. I didn't even drop it.
Well, you were staying at some shady motel.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
Yeah,
No,
you were
that was-
staying like
That was
off the
IPCPR
strip.
3 years ago. That was a long time ago. That's when first time I met you, Mo. And I had pretty much no money. I walked from the airport to my hotel off the strip. So I think I walked 10 miles.
Are you
Oh
serious?
my god!
That's a long walk.
Yeah, and then I went to the event that night or the next night. I had blisters all over my feet. I went to Taco Bell. That's the only place I ate at.
That's
That was
nuts.
rough. Yeah.
You could have asked somebody. I'm sure Mo
was-
would have gave you a 20 spot or something.
I was gonna say Venmo
I
that
absolutely
shit,
would've.
right? Like, come on, man.
That was
I
it. I had
Mo
no
can't
job.
see you
then.
from
I had
the
no
wind.
job. Things
Mo-
things are looking up now.
Mo
Look,
stays at the win out there.
I will say this about IPCPR. As you guys know, I'm not the most social creature in the entire world, but I really did miss it. I mean, I would have. I think it would have. It just would have been nice, and I wish it would have happened this year. You know, it sucks. A lot of people would say, "Oh, I saved a lot of money by not going," and all of that, and I absolutely understand that. A lot of people have much higher costs than I do for IPCPR, but there's a certain level of camaraderie and people that you only get to see once a year that you enjoy seeing and all of that, and that sucked, man. That sucked not having that this year.
Yeah, there are so many people that I wanted to meet in person because I was actually going to go this year
Yeah,
after not going for several years, and it was going to be great.
Yeah.
And it was not great.
Yeah. I'm glad we had TPE though, Mo. That dinner you took us out to Bazaar Meats was a really fun.
yeah, man. TPE ended up being, dude. Thank God I did it now, especially without IPCPR, because TPE was nice. But, you know, for people that think, oh, TPE is going to overtake IPCPR, look, there is something to be said for having it be all cigar people. There was some stuff at TPE where you're just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I went pretty deep back there.
There was some shit that was like straight bizarre.
Yikes.
Like, it was just like, holy shit. But I don't know, man. If IPCPR ever gets their stuff together, or PCA now, I guess, it is a wonderful opportunity, and it's a nice thing to have for the industry.
Yeah, it's such a good fucking time. Just getting everybody together. And now, especially when you know people, it's even more fun. Like the first year I didn't know anybody, so it's like, I went by myself, so
loser.
It says the guy who walked 30 miles uphill both ways to get a burrito from Taco Bell. They couldn't afford a all-you-can-eat buffet at Golden Nugget or wherever the fuck it is. That's $12.
Being money conscious.
You should have took out a payday loan.
It was a good experience.
You didn't have a job.
All right, Dom, when we finally get together, whatever meal we eat, I'll pay for it.
Guys, I have a job now.
I still feel like you're struggling a little bit, and that's kind of why I brought Mo and Rich on tonight, so we can do a GoFund you.
I'm gonna pay off my car end of this year.
Nice.
These are looking up.
Your Sebring convertible?
No. C-Ring? I don't know cars.
I'm waiting for Rich to get like a mobile smoking van or something.
It's like an extra car of questionable runningness. Just drive around.
Drive to Milwaukee and back, or Lake Country and back.
I've thought about it, man. For the winters, just sit out there, turn it on, let the heater run, burn some gas.
No, dude, that's what I do, Kyle.
You'd have to crack the window or put them all the way down, so your heater's not going to really be effective. Unless you have heating seats.
No, that's not true.
No, Dom, you're out of your element, Dom.
Yeah, Dom.
It's never been cold in California.
You might want to sit this one out.
Yeah, we got this from here, Dom. We've all
because I figured since I can't visit you now, I thought, my next time I'll have any time off would be winter break, so maybe I'd visit you then. But I don't know if I want to come in the winter. Dude, Wisconsin winters
are the best.
Can I wear my shorts?
If you
on
want,
the plane,
don't go outside.
You're an idiot.
We got guys on the ramp who wear shorts year round.
They used to make Sherpa lined chubby shorts. That was a thing. I never bought them. But
there is, you could sit in your car if you're willing to burn the gas. For somebody like me that doesn't drive a whole lot, it's fine because I fill my car up probably once every 2 weeks. But if you don't mind that, you just put your heater on, you crack the windows open a little bit. You don't have to go all the way. It's not bad at all. It really is just like anything else. I mean, it's really, you just get used to it. So, I mean, dude, I even did it during Polar Vortex.
Did you really?
Yeah, for some of our podcasts.
Day after tomorrow.
It was like 30 under.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't warm, but it's doable.
Now, me and Rich, we agree with mostly everything except for
Rich and
he likes smoking outside, and I cannot stand smoking outside. I'd rather finish a cigar in my car, even if it's the most beautiful day out, than go outside and smoke. I don't know what it is, man. I like smoking in my own space,
Sure.
Do you like being outside?
Well, maybe because I work outside. Maybe that's why I don't like it as much. I don't know. I'm outside. I mean, not a ton, but that's when I'm working. I'm usually outside. So
you don't get to sort of bask in the fumes outside, right? You don't just live in your own smoke.
I love it.
Yeah, I get that. That's a good point, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Rich. I prefer.
I'm perfectly happy to be inside too. It's just a slight preference.
The problem with outside smoking is the conditions have to be almost perfect to be able to truly enjoy the cigar. Like if it's even a tad too windy, cigar's thrown off. If it's too cold, you're rushing through the cigar. Mm-hmm. If it's too hot, it's a little bit more bearable, at least for me, than if it's too cold, but still, not as enjoyable.
I love a nice humid night where the smoke just hangs above you.
Likewise.
don't know what it is. I'm a psycho, I think, Rich.
Like
That's
smoking
okay.
Smoking outside in Nicaragua was awesome.
Oh, that is the best.
Yeah.
It's the only time I like smoking outside.
Yeah, that is awesome. But the majority of the time here, it's
the last time I was down there. Gus was said no more smoking indoors. Was that in December too? We couldn't smoke indoors.
no, we were smoking indoors.
Yeah, I think he said he was having some breathing issues, so we couldn't smoke inside. So I was camped out outside all the time.
But man, Tyler, think about it this way, right? Smoking cigars outside in Wisconsin tells you if you really like that cigar or not, right? Because it's shitty outside so much that if you're willing to power through whatever we're going through, that's a good cigar.
Yeah, it's true. Here's the thing, man, too, is like, look, 7-8 months of the year absolutely suck, but I don't care where you are in the country, and this includes Southern California, which is probably the closest thing to heaven on earth that we have.
Yeah.
That there is nothing better than a Midwest summer, and I will take that over anything in the entire country. For those 3 months, 4 months, whatever that we have, they are absolutely incredible.
September is my favorite month.
Yeah.
Because it's still hot, and nights get a little, get the little crisp chill in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, would you ever move out of Chicago?
Not permanently. And what I mean by that is, like, if I'm ever blessed to have enough money to have like a place that I can go visit, I would do something like that. But there's something to be said for being in the center of the country, having O'Hare, and traveling a lot for your job. That makes it very convenient. So, plus all my family's here. So
we had we had Miguel from Crown Heads on, and he a while ago, and he was telling some stories about your cousin.
No, but
I want to visit his shop. That's on my bucket list. It's stuff to do.
Yeah,
preferably with you.
Yeah, he's great, man. I mean, listen, there are some opportunities that I could have, down in Southern California that I would be able to do, but it just doesn't make sense at this point for me. For Chicago, I mean, if Chicago continues on the trend that it's going, I don't know if I'm going to stay here. Okay, so I shouldn't say never, but it certainly makes the most sense right now.
Do you have any other family in California?
Yeah, I have a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
My brother just moved to California.
Mm-hmm.
He's on his way
today, right?
Be my neighbor.
Yesterday, yeah. He's driving through Wyoming, and it didn't fucking hit me until like last night. I'm like, when he left, I'm like, it still hasn't fucking hit me, because we're 15 months apart,
Yeah, Irish twins.
Yeah. So it's fucking I already.
Where's he going?
San Jose, right next to me.
San Jose. How far is that from you?
I'm moving to Santa Clara, which is the county right above San Jose.
Yeah.
I go to West Coast Cigars often in San Jose.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm going to visit him ASAP. Well, if I can, the soonest I can visit him.
So here's a question for you, Dom, in what you're seeing, because I know we're seeing some crazy stuff throughout the country right now. From a rent perspective, now you're talking like San Jose, San Francisco, anything in that area near, I love when people call it Silicon Valley. I always think that's hilarious. But anything even within sniffing distance of Silicon Valley is extremely expensive. Yeah. What is rent these days, and has it gone down since the beginning of COVID?
So I haven't seen anything go down, but I wasn't really looking at apartments before this. The place I'm moving is going to be a house. I'm going to have a room to myself. Pretty small room, small house, but it'll be $950 without utilities. But before I found that, just online, I couldn't find anything cheaper than $1,300 for a single.
And how many square feet is that? I
couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's just
But that's not San Francisco. That's like
no. It's still,
that's not even San Jose. It's like
it's Silicon Valley. So I'm my future housemate works at LinkedIn.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of tech companies.
What does he do for LinkedIn?
I have no clue. I'm moving in with people I don't know. The one guy I do know from high school, he's a little sketch.
Wonderful. Okay, this sounds safe.
But I'm jumping.
Did you look
in.
him up on LinkedIn?
I did not know. But we were friends in high school on the same water polo team.
You had a water polo team? What the fuck?
What? Who? You don't have? Yes, water polo.
No, we don't have water polo.
Really?
No, we have like football.
We have lacrosse,
wrestling. No lacrosse.
You guys wear ascots, run around?
No.
Oh, yeah, dude, water polo is insane.
I played it in gym class. I was a fucking G at it because I could throw the ball from one side to the other side and hit it in the net.
I did inner tube water polo in college. You sit in an inner tube and you just kind of float around with your hands.
Was it like a beer league softball?
Kind of, yeah. It was a lot of fun.
You also used to butt chug alcohol too.
No, that's in the South.
Are you saying you didn't do that?
I did not do that.
Fair enough.
I don't do shots either. When I want to taste something, you don't drink to just forget. Drink to remember.
Yeah,
that's
amateur.
I'm gonna have to go in probably 5 minutes for dinner. Real quick, shout out ICS International Cigar Society. We have a fantasy league. I'm the commissioner, so looking forward to that.
What,
sorry,
fantasy
Tyler,
league for what?
Just with the International Cigar Society. So
no, I know.
Fantasy,
but what
fantasy
kind
football.
Of fantasy? Oh, okay.
And as long as the season happens, which it's looking like it will happen.
Big assumption.
Yeah, but we just have one injured reserve spot that you can bump people because of the whole, if they have COVID or if they're testing, then they can't play.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make it manageable. It should be fun, and we're all doing, I think it's a 5 cigar buy-in.
What's for dinner?
I don't know. I didn't help tonight because I'm doing this.
So wait, are you not going to do definition stuff? That's every week.
Oh yeah.
You're right. I'm trying to think of a word off the top of my head, but I don't want it to be a word I've used before. Diaphanous? Have I done diaphanous? Tyler, you're not going to remember.
No.
Diaphanous. Using a sentence pertaining to cigars. Tyler, go ahead first, because
I can't even say that word, so pass.
Rich?
Mo, go ahead.
I was going to say that was I don't know. The word that comes to mind is diaphragm. So if it's related to diaphragm at all,
I don't.
I don't even know.
I'm curious if it has the same roots etymology-wise.
Gentle on your diaphragm. I don't know. The cigar is gentle on my diaphanous esophagus. I don't know, man. Never heard.
It sounds like it has to do with sound, right? Based on the phone part of the word. So I would say that group of cigar smokers is diaphanous.
Not quite.
Damn.
So it means light, kind of not necessarily transparent. It can be transparent. So a diaphanous summer dress, if you will. I would describe jellyfish as being diaphanous. I don't know how I'd use that in a sentence with the cigars though. Smoking my cigar as I look out through my diaphanous window. I don't know.
Well, fuck, if you can't use it, how the hell do you expect us to?
Because I can't think. Good word. Not shutters, not shutters. What's the things that hang
Blinds?
down? Cloth.
Blinds.
No, the cloth. What do you call it?
Curtains.
Curtains, yes. I peer through the diaphanous curtains and contemplate Tyler's word of the day as I smoke my cigar.
That's some creepy shit, dude.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy.
Oh, I tried.
Do you feel like that hat ruins your hairline?
You sound like my grandmother.
I feel like it pushes it back far enough.
I have a bad hairline, but it's not. I don't believe it's because of hats. I Googled it. I didn't ask a doctor. I Googled it. Hats don't cause balding.
Do you think cracking your knuckles is bad?
No.
Nah.
Why are you feeling violent?
Only when I'm around Dom.
Did you read that study with that doctor that won that award about weird science stuff, where he took both of his hands, he cracked all the knuckles on one hand every day for like years and years and years, and never cracked the knuckles on the other hand.
That's
And
commitment.
it had no impact whatsoever. It's just a thing. It doesn't hurt you.
Whoa.
There you go.
What's the Urban Dictionary one, Tyler?
I didn't know we were doing this, so
It's your podcast. You do it every week.
Yeah,
we do it every other week.
No, we do it every week except for when we forget to record.
Yeah,
or
and
it
you've been
doesn't record.
you've been so busy.
Thank you. I don't think that's a compliment.
Dude, these are so like okay. You'd say it's so easy. Go with the word of the day, strip Jenga. I mean, everybody knows what that is. You pretty much play Jenga, and well, you take clothes off.
Oh my goodness! I think it's Tom Sawyer. They talk about strip poker.
See,
and one of my students asked one time about it, and I just kind of moved past.
What they ask?
I think they bring up strip poker because what is the situation? They just didn't come home on time, and they said it was strip poker, but they were really doing something else. I don't know.
Flushed.
I'm clicking on these ones, and they're really, really vulgar.
That was a good one, Rich.
Okay, corking.
Ooh, I like this. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Dom, you go first.
All right. I was on my way to work, and I had to really use the bathroom. Thankfully, I had that's getting weird. I was gonna say like use a cigar for corking, but
corking what?
I was gonna go there, but I don't know if corking.
Oh my god, this is wrong. And this is like the word. This is the least gross one. I clicked on 5 different ones.
I'm sitting this one out.
Tyler's mom was having some issues, so I was corking her to keep him under control.
Okay.
The definition.
Wrong. Pouring juice into one's anal cavity, then corking it with a butt plug, allowing the juice to ferment into a wine.
I don't know why you said wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Corking.
Oh my god.
Watch the Strange Addictions where people would give themselves coffee enemas like 3 times a day.
Dude, tobacco enemas, my favorite tobacco history.
Oh no.
Ooh.
You haven't heard this, Tyler?
I think I have heard it.
You're just saying that so I don't tell you.
Speaking of wine and anything else, I hate when so wine and coffee, when they're listing the flavor profile and they'll say tobacco, that's a turnoff for me. I don't want something to taste like tobacco because I attribute that to like cheap tobacco. Anybody else? Am I alone?
What do you mean?
Like if they say this coffee has notes of tobacco or this wine has notes of tobacco, that sounds gross to me.
Mm-hmm.
I would just smoke a cigar if I want to taste fucking tobacco.
That's how I feel.
Mm.
But also, what does tobacco taste like? You smoke cigars, every cigar tastes different depending on the leaf and how it's produced. But then it's the same thing because, if I'm tasting a cigar, I say, oh, notes of coffee. Well, you can say, well, what type of coffee?
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Okay, what do you guys feel about this? Old timer comes in the shop, walks in the humidor. I think he's with somebody, but it turns out he wasn't. He walks around the humidor, comes out, he says, I want that box of Cohiba Royale. I'm like, okay, so it's a 10-count box, and you're kind of rounded, displayed, and there's 10 in there. And he's like, he just wants the fucking empty box. He doesn't want to buy anything. And I'm like, okay, leave your number, and if it becomes available, I'll call you. Like, what the fuck? Like, buy something, and I'll probably just make a way to give you the box. But, like, to come in there and pick a box out and then want me to, like, try to save you a box, it sounds like I'm like, what the fuck? Or would
So
you?
why don't you just tell them that if you buy something, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I'm like, it was just super awkward. Like, would people come into the shop you manage and not buy anything or never seen them before, and then they pick out like a box in the humidor?
Yeah.
God, it's fucking annoying.
No. We would have teachers come in all the time and take or like empty cigar boxes for their classes.
What?
Like to do for art projects and stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
I got no problem with people would coming in and grabbing it, but like to pick out one that you want out of the humidor, like we have 50 of them at the end of the hallway. You go pick one out of there.
Yeah, no, that's weird. Yeah, that's
And that one has cigars in it.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to say, well, you can buy them.
Yeah, then you could have the box too, pal.
Yeah, it's only a $300 box of cigars because they're $30 cigars.
All right, guys, I do have to go for dinner.
All right, guys.
I'm party pooping out.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
CigarNoise, boys.
Boys,
We
going on year 2.
Forgot about our sponsor. Thank you, CigarNoise.
Yeah. If you haven't caught that was bad. If you haven't caught up on CigarNoise Weekly, the last we did like 7 weeks of them. Go give those a watch. Hopefully Dave can figure out his Wi-Fi downloading situation, and we'll do more.
All right, boys. Have a good night.
Same to you guys.
Yeah.